want today to talk with you about procrastination. And this is probably not going to be a very long podcast episode, but I think that we are all so incredibly great at procrastination. If you're not, then oh my gosh, I want to know all your secrets. But if you are like me and you do like to come up with excuses and you do like to save it for tomorrow, a lot of those things that you know deep down that if you just got them done, it would just feel so freeing. Then this short little podcast may be beneficial to hear out and get motivated to get some of those things done. Because when you do, oh my goodness, you are going to feel a new level of freedom. You're going to feel so proud of yourself and you are just going to feel strong AF, which is what you deep down are. In reality, that is the human you are. Sometimes we just need a little push in the bum. I personally definitely do. So the reason I'm wanting to talk with you about this today is because I just did a full house cleanse or organization. I don't know the word for it. And it just feels so good. And the reason I want to share with you that is my thing to be really proud of and excited of having done is because cleaning has never been my cup of tea. It has never been something that I have enjoyed. But I will say in my later 20s, I'm 27, I feel like I'm getting better at it because I started prioritizing it. Really, that's what it is. I made a commitment to myself that I wanted to get better at it. And I don't do it at night because at night I am not as energized as I am in the morning. So I will do my cleanings now in the morning. And I just cleansed out a ton of boxes. When you do things like for work like I do, you get a lot of boxes from different brands. And so I had like 5 different boxes I needed to unpack and organize and put together. For example, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this thing. I just got a walking treadmill and a desk with it. So that means I can now edit and work while I walk. It has been a challenge for me the few last years because I've been having to edit a lot. I've had to sit at my desk a lot and just work a lot. And I love walking. I love just staying active throughout the day. But sometimes like YouTube, for example, is the thing that takes a lot of my time together with, the other things that I edit on Instagram and TikTok and podcasts. But those are like a lot less work than a YouTube video. So when I've had a YouTube video that I wanted to put out in time, or even like creating an ebook or setting up these challenges that I do, it's like, you have to get it done. So then I'll prioritize that rather than going on my afternoon walk that I actually feel like. So I'm excited to have that. Yeah, I'm excited to start using that. I used it yesterday for the first time, but I used it on my kitchen counter because I hadn't gotten the table yet, but I got that. So yeah, that's cool, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about procrastination. And I had a few thoughts while I was cleaning, and that's why I want to share this with you, because I think that, first of all, the thought of doing the thing is always so much harder than actually doing it. Because once we get started, once we either sit down on our bum, or we start cleaning those dishes, or we have warmed up at the gym, regardless of what your form of procrastination is, it's not as bad as it seemed to be in our mind. And I think it's a practice. It's a discipline that we can teach ourselves to snap ourselves into just doing it. It's that Mel Robbins 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule that we just do it. And I've gotten better at this, but it's a constant practice, right? Like we have to continue practicing this. And once we are in a good rhythm, a good momentum, we all know that if we're in a good workout routine, like it's easier for us to just go get it done. And if we're in a good work routine, it's easier for us to just get it done. It's just about getting into that momentum. And sometimes that means just taking those first few days of like pushing ourselves to do it. Other times, something that I wanted to share that I feel is important to remind ourselves is to, let's say, sign up for the course, pay for the course or the whatever fitness program or some sort of commitment, like telling your friend. I actually did this with my brother the other day. That's a great little actually example I didn't think of, but he wanted some certain things with his YouTube channel that he just started. So he was like, I just got to stop procrastinating. That's literally what he said. I got to stop being lazy, but for me, that's when I'm lazy, that's when I procrastinate. So he said, I just got to stop being lazy. And then I said, okay, well, how are we going to do that? Because it's easy for us to just, be lazy. And he was like, okay, if I don't do this, and then he explained how he would like for his vision for his YouTube channel to look. If I don't do that, then I will donate 500 kroner, which is the Danish form of money, to this certain charity. Which, I guess it's a win-win. If he doesn't, then charity gets a lot of good use. But so now we have this commitment that if he doesn't, then he gives 500 kroners to that charity. And so that gives him this fire in his butt to actually do it. So, I know that deep within, you know what you've been procrastinating. And I hope that you are willing and ready to make that commitment, whatever, regardless of what that looks like for you. That you find an accountability partner, you make a deal with someone, you sign up for something. Like, I think a lot of the times, if we have something on the line, whether that being reminding ourselves that if I don't actually, let's say, create these job applications, I may never get that job and I'll stay in this job that I don't like. Or if I don't actually get my ass in shape, then I'm gonna continue to be overweight for the rest of my life. Or, whatever it is that you have been procrastinating, or if you've been wanting to start a side hustle and you don't know where to start, like, just start. Take a course or create your first whatever ebook, video, whatever it requires, a product. Like, just get started. Because once we get started, once we've taken that one little action step, the next one gets easier and easier and easier. Maybe it looks like you needing to just like literally sit down and make a plan. I've shared this before, but when we don't have a clear action plan, when we can't actually see clearly what it is that we need to do in order for us to get there, it can in our mind seem so much harder than it actually is. Where when we put down on a piece of paper, okay, what does my day-to-day need to look like? What does my week, my month need to look like in order for me to get there? Like, what are my clear deadlines? What are my clear action steps? Then it's just so much more simple. So if we don't have a clear plan, it's a lot more easy to procrastinate. For me, at least, that's how I feel. Where when I put down on paper, it suddenly doesn't feel very overwhelming. It's actually quite simple. Yeah, maybe a lot of hours and work is required, but am I willing to put in that work or am I not? And that is an honest question. I got to be honest with myself. If I don't feel like doing it, then acknowledge, be compassionate towards myself that that's okay, that that's not something I feel like doing right now. But if it is something I'm willing to do, then freaking get my ass up and do it. Because going back to the beginning of this podcast, the thought is always harder than the actual action of it. And I don't know what you need to do today that you've been procrastinating that could free yourself. Maybe it just takes 5 minutes for you to clean out that closet, or I don't know what it is for you, but that will just free you up. And it's the little things. I think the little things, the little proud moments of ourselves, the little out cleansing, getting things off of our to-do list just feels so good. I have been very, very productive lately, and it came from me making that commitment with myself in that, okay, this is my goal, like having a really clear goal. This is my goal, and this is what it takes for me to get there. And it has been, okay, it's been a lot. I've probably signed up for a little too much than what some people would say is maybe healthy, but I've been such a good momentum, a good energy, and I have gotten more done in the last 2 weeks than I used to be able to get done in probably, 4 months. Maybe that's an exaggeration, I don't know, but it's been a lot. Like, it's been go, 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 but in a good way. Like, I've been feeling energized from it, but that just also, I think, is a good representation that it has been in alignment with my goals, alignment with the person I want to be, my values, all of that stuff. So yeah, maybe this was just a reminder you needed to make that commitment to yourself, kick your butt into this good flow of momentum. Like, you deep down know what it is that you need to do to feel really good within, to get it started. And you deserve it because you'll free yourself. You'll feel so good. You'll feel so proud of yourself. You're going to grow. You're going to feel that progress. And that just feels good. So maybe you just needed to listen to this today in order to challenge your norm. And I just hope you do because, yeah, it feels good. I'm going to go to the gym now. So I am going to leave you with that. Let's all support each other in bettering our procrastination skills, working on them, practicing on them. If you wouldn't mind and want to help me out, please write a review on the podcast and share it with someone who you think need a little kick in the bum with some procrastination tools to get feel and flow moving. And I just hope you have a beautiful day. And remember, as always, if you want to grow, you have to challenge your norm. Bye.